Yeah, so I started making videos in about 2017 or 18, I think. I first bought this camera I'm looking into right now. And so I've been struggling through this car since then, since I stopped for 6 months. But I'm getting really close to the end now, except for, paint. And cat's crying. And, door gaskets, T-top gaskets, but that's after paint. But I just want to kind of share this last one. I think this might be the last real issues that I've been kind of putting off. Thought maybe if you're doing a basket case car, you might sympathize with me. So there's going to be a bunch of hodgepodge of videos stuck together. I'm not really going to go through them, but so one of the, again, I might say this again in the videos following this, but when we got to the electrical, I guess I'll call this the end of the electrical, or maybe close to the end, maybe one more video. There was like 6 wires that had been cut down in the dashboard. I mean, besides all the other problems, the vacuum problems, the stuck climate control, and the missing heat boxes, and the and all that junk. There were 6 wires. So 2 of them ended up being I'm looking at I got the wiring diagram. 2 of them ended up being the radio. And so then I still had 4 wires, and I just been kind of putting it off to the side. I don't really want to think. Well, when I got a problem, like, I put it off to the side, and I think about it and think about it and think about it. So I think I solved it. If you take the time to watch this, and I'll show you how I did it. I've got 6 of these already now, and I still haven't been able to solve the problem. But finally, I got one more in this box right here. And basically, I'll take a video of that. But according to the information I can find, if you have a spoiler, then you need 1 rod thicker and 1 rod thinner. Well, that doesn't. I tried that and it didn't work. I tried even welding bars to it to make it stiffer. Now I bought an extra. So now I bought 2 extra thick bars. One's on already. And I want to see if the 2 thick bars will hold the trunk open. If not, I don't know what to do. But that's how it was when I started, and we're getting close to the end. I'm sure I guess the only other kind of videos I'm going to be making is about the carburetor, and I might talk about this in the video, kind of a screwed up video. But again, this is just sharing the pain and the fun and the mystery and the searching that you go through. That's it. So I'm getting ready to, I'm getting closer to starting the engine and transmission and rear end. So I went through the catalogs, the service manual, trying to find out what are the capacities. So the cooling radiator with AC is 21.6. Without and with is 23.3 quarts. The fuel tank is 21.5. The engine is 6 with a filter quarts. Transmission is 21 pints after disassembly. The differential is 4.25 pints. Plus, you got to make sure you put some anti-slip in there. The brake master cylinder is .3, 4.25 pints, whatever that means. So then I was wondering what types. Let's see. So you got to use ATF in the transmission. Differential, I need Posilube plus 80-90 gear oil plus 4 ounces of Posilube. Antifreeze, I looked that up. And I've been reading. Again, I never really worked on cars. I was always in construction, but it started making me thinking about antifreeze. So I started looking that up, and some people say they run straight antifreeze, and some people run half water, half antifreeze. But what I found out is you got to go 50-50, because the water is the water is the cooling part, but antifreeze, it doesn't cool, it just keeps from freezing. That's why you need a 50-50. And I broke up, how many quarts and pints. Let's see, what else did I do? Then I wanted to double check myself. The distributor is counterclockwise because I got a pre-lube. U-joints, those are changed. Oil rear end. I had a factory posi 241. Then I now have an Aussie posi 323. Again, I guess I was going back to what fluids made me think about this. Pontiac engine spins counterclockwise from sitting in driver's seat. But if you're looking at it from the front, it's clockwise. The brake lines are 1/4 inch from the brake cylinder, but when you go back to the front wheels or to the rear wheels, you split into 3/16 tubing. The speedometer gear I'm going to have to change because I changed the gearing, and I think I narrowed it down to a purple 43. But when I checked into that, there's another gear that you might have to change inside the housing that you pull off, so that's for later. Now the other problem I got is I'm trying to solve right now. I've talked about this before. I have under the car there's a bunch of loose wires. So I asked Justin, tell me what those colors are. I just keep putting this in the back of my mind, but now I got to face it and deal with it. So he told me there's a black, pink, and an orange. And there's 4 wires, a black, pink, and he said and an orange, and a pink/white stripe, and a black. So I can't put this off any longer. So I came over here, back to my drawing, and so what I narrowed this down to. So I got a black, white, a pink, white with a black. So the pink, white is going to the seat buzzer, and there's a black. Again, these are just hanging under the car, and there's a black that goes all the way back to the seat belts. So that takes care of those. But what really confused me all through this is that when I pulled the radio out, the old radio, the JVC radio, these wires were tied into the radio somehow. Don't ask me how, but they were. So that's been just going around and around in my head. The other two, the black, pink, orange, I think he wrote this down wrong, because what I think, it's the key minder buzzer. That's the other 2 wires that are hanging down. So if I follow this, it's an orange, black. He's got orange. And then the other one is a black, pink. So this is what I think happened. Somewhere along the line, somebody cut the buzzers out because they just didn't want to hear them. And then somebody was looking for a hot wire, and they tied into the buzzer. And maybe this black is maybe they got the ground off the seat belt. So maybe the radio only worked when the seat belt was plugged in. Man, this is the weird things you run into. So that's where I'm at. But I also wanted to say, I got this thing open on YouTube. That thing right there, if you can see it. When you put your key into the ignition switch, that thing is there. That is the key minder buzzer that is up inside the steering column. Again, if you watch my, I don't even know if I show it, but we had it's only about this big, about that thick. Anyway, I don't know if it looks exactly like that one, but that's what it looks like. So that's what triggers this. What triggers that is when this is grounded. So just to go a little further, I'm just sharing this because this is the kind of stuff you might run into. So as I said earlier, or I said it again, I'll just end it there. But these are the last of the problems that I need to solve. And I think I solved them. Okay, if anybody's watching this and knows the answer, send me a. So then, this is the wires I think they are. I got a pink black. Let's see. Did I read that right? Black, pink, orange, black. So that is right. So this should be the key minder buzzer. So if I go to the list, it's just that the top one must be marked wrong. It must be an orange black. So I'm pretty sure that solves that. The other two wires I got are pink, white, and black. Pink, white, black. That's what I don't have. I don't have the seat belt buzzer connection. And if you follow this black wire, it goes to the seat belt. So I guess I can forget the seat belt. Interesting. Just to confuse this a little bit more, as I was saying, I found this, and now I found this, and this must be the timer. This is all speculation. This must be the timer for the seatbelt buzzer. I'm not saying it is, but you can get confused. You look in a box with connectors, and you think they must have matched my car, but it could be a 1 year difference and they don't fit. Or they don't match the wiring diagram. So going over here, I need a pink white with a pink white wire and a black wire connector. Again, I call these off because it's just a couple harnesses. I didn't need them. They're just too unruly to mess with. If somebody with a car like mine that's missing some of these parts would be worth it if you knew what they all were. Anyway, so this is the last on this, but I drew this drawing off of here, getting rid of all the other stuff, and I forgot I had it. But this is the, let's see, what is it? Seatbelt buzzer timer, key minder buzzer, fuse box, key minder buzzer. But I don't see any key minder timer. I wonder if there is such a thing. Anyway, if you watch when we were redoing the steering wheel, I don't know if I showed it, but there's this little tang thing that goes in when you put the key in. it hits this. It's inside. If you pull out the steering column and pull out the blinker, the white blinker contraption, that key minder, or the key switch, I guess you'd call it, is in there. So looking at this for my drawing, the key minder buzzer goes to the directional signal hazard flasher. That must be on the column. And then it goes over to the fuse box. And the seat belt, I guess that's the seat belts. The pink white goes to the buzzer. The pink goes to the, I know what this is. This is the rally gauge, where it plugs in the back of the rally gauge. So seatbelt. And then the other side, it goes to the other side of the rally gauge. Yeah, just to throw this in, I don't know if I did it before or not. Here's another carburetor like mine. I don't know what year it is. But here's the inside of the choke. And I'm trying to understand these in between everything else. What is this and what is that? There's something about that. You push your foot all the way down, and the linkage sets it. I can't talk about it enough to really talk like I know what I'm talking about yet. But there is advantages to having old carbs. I mean, I can take it apart and not have to worry about anything. But yeah, so if anybody knows, I mean, exactly, not a guess, what exactly does that do? Because the linkage is going from, if you can see it, it's going from here. It actually triggers the choke and this. I think this is setting idle when the car is cold. This one, from what I can tell, it's going up to the secondaries. But how it works, I mean, there's not even enough travel on here to make it work. Maybe it needs to be bent or something. So I'm trying to find out what this, and somebody's told me that, I was saying this was a vacuum line. It's not. It's a hot air. It's a hot air line that goes from the choke that you have in the manifold. There's a passage right there. That's all I know about these things right now. But anyway, just to talk about what I do know. You get in the car. You know, this is an old car. I haven't had an old car for a long time. You step on, you push the gas all the way down. I don't know if I can do it here because I'm on this board. And it's going to somehow, there's a cam in there. It's going to settle on an idle cam. That's all I know right now. You have to end this on the seatbelt buzzer. I think it's that one right here. So I just typed in this number right here, and it came up with, well, the low air buzzer, same part number, $20. If you do a search on that part number, or if you just do a search for buzzer GM blah blah, they're up to $100. So I'm just gonna make this work. It looks like the same connection as you can see right here. But if you type in that number, you get all kinds of different pictures. But I think I have a connector like that, so that's it. Yeah. So again, I never had all these parts, but according to what this person's saying, air comes in through here, down into the choke area, you see that? It heats up the air and the hot air goes in and opens the choke. But again, I'm doing away with that. But so that's not a vacuum. It's hot air. So if you want to watch this, this is the video to watch, and that's it.